Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night for those who are in different time zones. I have feedback. All right, one sec. Problem solved. Okay, that was interesting. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and switch screens and say hello again. Hi. I am not wearing my headphones yet. It's been a busy, well, not a busy, but a last second kind of morning. For those that saw my message in the Discord and in the chat, the live chat that's going right now, I did try to notify you guys that I was running a few minutes late, so I hope you didn't mind waiting. It was a mad dash to try and get ready this morning. I have had the craziest 2 weeks since the last stream. But before we get into it, let's go ahead and boot up this game and get that started. And let me know in the chat how your morning is going. I am so behind. I don't even have coffee. I woke up at 1:45 and had to feed the cats. So they came first and I didn't have time to make coffee. It was either that or I could get this ready. And so I chose to get this ready. So I am unfortunately uncaffeinated, and I didn't fall asleep until well past 5 a.m. this morning. So it's been kind of nuts. We're going to continue game, and this is a continuation of the previous playthrough where we started building ourselves a luxury destination resort here on the stranded alien dawn planet. And I'm gonna go ahead and hit pause so that we can sort all this out and kind of walk through what we've got so far. But the plan is to get all the amenities. We want to have the drones, we want to have the service bots, we want to have the fancy sci-fi high-tech medical bay, we want to have all of the luxury item, the leisure items in here. We want to make this place look as entertaining, as beautiful, as relaxing, as escapism-esque as possible. And we want sort of like playing by our own rules, setting our own game goals here. And we have hired 2 folks to help us. Last time we hired Talus, and off stream while I was just trying to complete some of the things that we had said in the previous stream that we wanted to do, you know, following through on a lot of the ideas that you guys so graciously gave me that were amazing, by the way. I also hired Lara for a little more help, a little more assistance. Hello, Bill and Amanda, and hello, We Hire Monkeys. Welcome, welcome. You are not late. I was late. Oh, we're both late. Okay, perfect. We are both late, We Hire Monkeys, and you're just sorting out your sound. I'm hoping that worked out and that you're able to hear just fine. It is good to see you both back. All right, so let me bring it down the walls here. Well, before I do, let me zoom out a little bit. So this is our destination location for our resort. We've got this beautiful view. I mean, I wish there was a little bit more landscaping options here so we could patch this up and make it a little bit prettier after we cleared the trees. But we do have this nice view of the mountain, the valley, and the river right from the front of our resort. And we've got these like large windows here to see it through, and inside a beautiful cozy sitting area right in front of the fireplace, some dartboards up here on that side of the wall. And we are still working on our resort restaurant here. We're putting down some wood paraquet flooring so that they're not getting like a debuff or anything. And if we go in here, we have ourselves a little peek into the kitchen through these little kind of porthole windows. And back here we have ourselves the stove, some shelving, and if I bring down these walls, we'll see a little bit easier. A second stove, because of course it's a restaurant, we're gonna need more than one stove. And our fridge is up, our freezer is still in the works. And we're adding just one more of those tall windows here. And again, we've got, just like in the sitting area over here, the restaurant's also got these floor to ceiling windows here, and we put a couple of these in the front as well. And I was able off stream to get one service drone up and running, so we have that now. Two. I have not, I'm sure you've already noticed, I have not given them proper beds yet. So I just brought inside their camp sleeping cots, because we've got some work to do on the second story here. So far we just have the walls closing it in, which was a big deal because we had to push through winter. And we weren't able to retain much heat with this hole in the ceiling. So walling this in was a big priority, and we finally got that far. And then we've got just a little workshop area here, but like on the other side of this chimney stack with their benches, their work benches. And out this way, behind these trees, and I don't remember whose idea it was that we plant these, but we did plant them. We have our electric grid. So here's our power plant back here. Bill and Amanda says, I finally broke down and bought this game while it was on sale this week, but you haven't tried it yet. That's awesome. I'm glad they went on sale. I hope a lot of people were able to pick this game up, and I hope you get some time to play it. It's really fun. This is, when I have free time, this is what I play 9 times out of 10. Like, this is what, unless it's like quick on mobile and I'm just playing like Design Home on my phone, which I am addicted to. That game is a problem. I have a problem. But that aside, this is definitely like my go-to. I love this game. And I think it's been out for like a year now. At least the open testing phase of it before they even, I guess, officially released it and started giving us the free updates for free. Yeah, I mean, I've been able to play it at least for a year, I think, and I'm not tired of it. I love it. It's a good game. We hear monkeys, all the trees. Yes, we've got all of these trees in here, kind of like hiding our power plant. So that was kind of the point there. And if I bring down, or at least come down a floor, there we go. We've got ourselves the storage house over here. So we've got shelves, we've got our safe for our money, we've got some stockpiles, some more shelves, and then way over here we've got a ton of batteries. So we're going to be using a lot of electronics here. We're just going to go like as bougie as possible, as luxe as possible. We're going to need a lot of power. And so what I have right now is a row of solar panels, and then I have these, what do you call these? Wind turbines. And I'm going to like just add another here, and we'll just do the one for now, just to keep everything lined up. And I did sneak in here another one of these lightning rods, just because I don't want this stuff getting struck by lightning over here. I don't want to have to repair things or somebody to be over here retrieving things from storage and get struck by lightning. And we're fencing that in. We do have one of our package add-ons for anybody that comes to our luxury resort, the balloon ride. And so we have that like kind of fenced in here and available for a small additional fee. I do want to start putting rooms upstairs and maybe start working on a third story. I am not really sure yet, but I do know one of the big things we had mentioned before is wanting to put out here kind of in the center of the field a platform for our there it is, for our trading pod, because this is how people shuttle to and from the planet, right? And that's how Laura got here, that's how Talis got here, really that's how Krista, Emmeline, and Quinn got here too. And we want them to come down and immediately get this beautiful view when they step out. We're gonna put like a little reception area right off of the walkway for them, so when they land they can go to reception. So that's like sort of the plan that we developed last time we played, and we're gonna start following through on that, as well as looking into what else we could be doing, like what more. Just more is the keyword. And I think that's like what I put in the description. Just more is more in this game, so we're gonna play it that way. Nell, hello, welcome to the stream, good to see you. You said, I love this game, just haven't beaten the Guardian scenario yet. I haven't either. I kind of got distracted doing this. Because they did kind of just drop that, and my timing has been so limited. I'm going to go ahead and hit play. We're going to let these guys kind of carry out some of the jobs they're doing. She's transporting resources, fertilizing crops, harvesting, also transporting and mining. And we definitely need way more wood. We're out of wood. We have zero wood, so we gotta maybe queue up some more wood for cutting. Otherwise, we're never gonna get this roof built or this fence completed. So let's go over here and just do a big grab. And then what do we have? I'm not seeing in this direction any fallen logs. I like to try to like farm the fallen logs first, you know? 40 fallen trees. That's what I'm talking about. We're gonna cut those. So let's start there. And that way we can begin building again. And I don't know, are these ready for harvesting? Just curious. They're not. Okay. We did also discuss briefly, so I'm trying to finish my recap. I don't want to like bore you guys, but I do want to give you the details. I want the full deets. We did, so before, for those of you that were here last time, I think that's all of you. Hello, Dark Dragon. Welcome to the stream. We built this, man, I just realized this whole time I thought the audio was going through. Okay, you should let me know if you're getting feedback from the game music and my mic at the same time, because I just realized I'm hearing it even though I don't have headphones on, which means the headphones weren't jacked into the right place. Let me know if it's an issue. But we used to have our camp here. This is where we kind of tucked away our camp so that we couldn't like we'd keep it out of the way of where we wanted to build our resort. And I have converted that camp into our Ulfin, basically our fuel factory. We are gonna tame these guys, we're gonna feed them, and in return they're gonna give us manure, which is going to convert into fuel, and that's essentially what this is. So we have ourselves kind of a little fuel factory. What is this guy? This guy is a female. I'm only, in this game, I'm sure some of you have already had this conversation with me, we are only going to tame animals of the same gender, because once they start breeding, it gets completely out of control and feeding them becomes a nightmare, especially the dogs. So because these are male Ulfins, the ones that I already have tamed, and by the way, I named them after like really I think pronounced cities that you would want to like destinations, you know? So I've got London here, I've got Paris here. We can start like naming, if we tame more animals, name them after other really cool places to go. But I just thought that that would be a fun way to do a naming convention. Dark Dragon says, I've been following you for a minute. Thank you. I'm so glad. And I love meeting you guys in these streams and in the comments if you comment in videos as well. It kind of like lets me know that I'm not talking to a void, that you guys are really there, that you're watching this stuff, that it's not, you know, a waste of time. And I appreciate, my hair is out of control. I'm sorry. Just, okay. Yeah. But thank you. I appreciate you being here. You could add a sign on the farm calling it a petting zoo. Oh, that would be fun. That would be fun to also like dual purpose it, you know? Like it doesn't just have to be the fuel factory, it can also be a petting zoo. That's cute. I like that idea. I planted some of these fruit bushes in here because I know that they like to eat them. So once they're fully matured, I took the, you know how like these have stones around them because that will trigger the workers to harvest them when they're ready for harvest. We won't harvest these ones. I put these here just so that these guys won't starve if we don't fill their trough fast enough. That's what that's about. And hopefully they're smart enough to eat it when they're domesticated. I know sometimes even when there's food right there, they don't always eat it unless you like physically bring it to them. Once you've domesticated animals in this game, they'll just starve out of sheer spite for you misfeeding them. Thanks, I appreciate it. And Bill and Amanda says audio seems fine. That's good. I'm glad. It's getting dark out. So what do we got going on here? We have, so we've got ourselves our farm. I think that's the last thing I haven't shown you yet. These are all marked for mining. This is marked for scrapping. We've got some buttermelons, fruit bushes, grain grass, blade grass for hay, and then we have over here glitter cap. What we really need is more sticks. I'm having so much trouble keeping lumber and sticks available. Oh, in my eyes. Lumber and sticks available. I would say that's the one resource that I'm struggling with. So we're gonna have to come up with a way to, I love seeing this. You see this drone? He's just flying around, dropping off resources, helping us out so that our people aren't like just... Can I say that, or is that taboo? Can I say fetch monkeys? Is that bad? I don't know. I hope it's not bad. Don't be mad at me that I said that if it's wrong. I don't know if it is. I'm gonna wake her up to construct this just because I think it's important that we don't get struck by lightning. So we're gonna prioritize that. But yeah, so here we have the main hotel, the main area for the resort. And I know we can add windows later when we kind of have a better sense of like the interior layout. So I'm not like really pressed to put some windows on here quite yet. I do really like this patio and I put some instruments out here. I thought it would be fun, like idealistically, for them to like hire musicians, like staff musicians who could be out there playing, you know, for people coming and going from the hotel, for new arrivals. I guess we should probably start building that next, right? The new arrival pad. And Dark Dragon says, you helped me with all the seeds to use. I'm so glad those videos are useful and helpful. I think I made 3 of them total. And I might have enough new seeds that people have been recommending me in the comments to do a new one. I just haven't taken the time to like draft like a proper list of all the seeds that I've been given to see if the amount justifies a new video. But I think we might have enough new suggestions to put together another video on that. I haven't had the time. Speaking of haven't had the time, do you guys care if I go into a little bit of story time real quick? I know we're trying to play this, and we want to make sure people are eating enough. It seems like we're kind of hurting for food here. Let's go inside real quick and make sure people aren't starving to death. Talus is transporting that. I don't think that needs to be happening. So we're gonna, since he's still awake, I'm just gonna bring him in to disturb everybody's sleep to cook some food, because otherwise people are gonna starve. We're having a tiny, I mean, like I said, we just got out of winter. And so we were like scraping by, like hunting. I had to do hunting, which if you guys watch my other gameplays, you know I don't really love hunting. But I had to do hunting so that we could have meat soup so that people could eat, because toward the end of winter there, we were like running out of grain, we were running out of veggies, and we just had to do what we had to do. Moss Elsie Canteen Band, always the same song. Yeah, the Cantina Band from Star Wars, just doing the same thing the whole time. Every set is the same song, just on loop, on repeat. That could be their signature. Right out front on the deck, I think that would be great. So I think having, yeah, like a little atmospheric music out here. We haven't built this yet. We're missing resources. We're missing wood. Wood's in short supply because we're doing so much building right now. But once we get that, we'll have ourselves a proper little greeting band out here. What were we gonna do? Dark Dragon says, I like to use and add mods to my games. I haven't done any yet. I downloaded I know I've said this before, please forgive me for repeating myself, for anyone that's heard it. I downloaded one mod. It was the silo mod for like storing your grain and stuff so it doesn't spoil as fast. But then I couldn't quite figure out how to install it. So I just moved on. I gave up and just continued playing because it was becoming a headache. And then We Hire Monkey says, I remember in Age of Empires, there's a cheat code for a muscle car and it's comically overpowered in Age of Empires. Haven't played, believe it or not. I haven't played Age of Empires. Heard of it, haven't played it. I don't know what's going on here, like why they don't just finish this window, but maybe in the morning we can task somebody to get that purple. When I see purple, like something's almost finished, I just really want to like micromanage them into doing that thing because it's so close to done. I mean, you said you believe it was before mods were a thing. Gotcha. I don't have a drink right now, and I keep wanting to reach for a cup I don't have. Hunter without a ranged weapon. When they say this, I feel like it normally means that there's another weapon that can be picked up. I guess not. Maybe it's just because he has hunting selected on his management tab. Quinn, hunting. Yeah, he's a 5 on hunting. It's only because it says he doesn't have a ranged weapon, and that's fine. I'm gonna give him and Talus 5s just because they have spears, and that's something better than nothing. Krista right now, because she's carrying the gun, is our #1 hunter. So when we needed hunting for food, because we were really hurting for it. See, and you're still seeing low food supply there on like my notifications in the corner. So hunting has unfortunately been a requirement to survive winter, but at least that option exists and we're not doomed. Alright, so that is a nice view. That is such a nice view. And we are, oh, by the way, we have been cooking on this whole time because I only just before I stopped, like saved the progress and then turned this off last. They had only just finished constructing these stoves. So at this point we can start actually adding new recipes, like nice fun recipes to our repertoire of options that we could be using. So let's go ahead and do that. And we'll go to chefs as well. And I think because we have, well, actually, it's not just an Emmeline thing. It's everybody's like max skill, because we use that in the rules because we're trying to focus more on the build than on the actual survival aspect. That said, I'm gonna just start adding this stuff to the, actually, in fact, go back. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna take a fruit flambe off of here, and we're gonna take chef's steak off of there. So that'll be all the this stove will do all the tasty recipes. On this stove, we can queue up all of the chef's recipes. Yes, I think that's the way to go. I think we have 2 stoves. Why not do this? And that way, yeah, I love that idea. Okay, cool. So we have our basic, like, quick recipes going on here on the stove. Hot drinks, sure. We could even add hot drinks to here, that's fine. And then all these other options are over here. We could have people cooking whatever, really. Not enough resources. When they have the resources, they could be cooking whatever. Alright, that was fun for a second, queuing that up, thinking we could actually start eating some of that fancy stuff, but not quite yet, not yet. The staffers, not yet. They're still, you know, baby steps. We're still sleeping on straw cots. Oh man, but let's see. We Hire Monkeys says, I feel like we need some poverty spec rooms with a window looking on a bus stop and brick wall or something. We do have the option now to create brick, because we did the research for it. If we go over here and look at our research tab, brick is one of our technologies, or it's queued. Actually, I don't know if it's, yeah, no, we've learned it. We learned brick. We can make bricks now, and we are growing straw so that we have that option, so we can just have like more variation and interest in the types of buildings we're building instead of everything being like wood like it is currently, and concrete as well. So we're working on building up a resource pile for these 2 things. And what we're currently researching is CPU assembly and AI cores, because again, we want to get that tech. We want this place to be a little more advanced. And we want to get our like service bots, and we want to get our medbay beds, so surgical automations or automons, you know, things like that. But to get those, we first need AI cores, and we need to be able to assemble them. And CPU cores would be great for other things, like these, for instance, so we can have a little bit more climate control. Now that we're awake, let's go back downstairs for a second and ask her to construct this window, because that was something I said I wanted to do. And, story time. This has nothing to do with the game, this part. I want to tell you what has happened since the last time we were on stream, because it's been 2 weeks, and it has been a hectic 2 weeks. I got my phone stolen, at a grocery store. I was shopping, I had it I like was taking it in and out of my purse, and I was checking my phone for like ingredients and stuff that I needed, and I would just put it back in my phone without zipping my phone closed, or put it back in my bag without zipping my bag closed, my purse. And so it'd just be like sticking out of an unzipped purse. I'm an idiot. I shouldn't have done that. But the person who stole it still made a choice. They made the choice to take it from me. And after they stole it, they turned it off immediately because my husband tried to call it while we were still in the store, and I had like just unplugged it from the charger before we went shopping, so I know it was fully charged. Dark Dragon says I love a story time. Good, because this one gets intense. Like it's so much happened. So they took my phone in the store, immediately powered it off while we were still in the store. Like as soon as I noticed it was missing, they had like a small window from when I last checked it for like a shopping item to when I went to check it again, and the phone was gone. And we called it right away, and it went straight to voicemail. It was turned off. And so we're like, crap, you know, and I have like an Apple Watch, and I can do Find My from my Apple Watch, and it pinged first in the grocery store parking lot, but then they turned it back off again, and I couldn't track it for like 2 days. And then 2 days later, my Find My on Apple tells me that it's got a new location, and my phone shows up on the map in an apartment building 8 minutes away from the store that it was stolen from. So we now had kind of like an idea of where it went. But they turned it back off, and everybody I talked to, and every Google search I did, and even my brother, who's a cop, I talked to him, said that the most they could do if you reported it stolen and gave them the Find My data, the Find My location from the Apple feature, the most they can do is show up, say, a missing phone is pinging in your location. Can you check and see if you have it? And they can't force the person to give it over. They can't force anybody to admit they have it, or they found it or stole it. Doesn't matter. Like, they could play totally innocent, like, oh, I found it on the ground and I didn't know whose it was, so I didn't know what to do with it. Like, it doesn't matter. They can't make them do anything. All they can do is ask nicely for it, and they can sit there and lie straight to the cop's face and say, I don't have it. Have a nice day, and make them leave. So there's like no way to get it back. And it kind of like cut our losses. I did the Apple Lost feature where you can mark it lost, and then the next time it turns on and connects to Wi-Fi, it will completely wipe the data from the phone so that my personal information is no longer on it. But that only works, turns out, that only works if your phone number, your carrier, is still connected to that phone. So all your phone calls and text messages still go to that phone, because it needs to connect to cellular in order for it to consider itself like online and do the wipe. So my phone is permanently pending this wipe. Let's get like a new POV. Let's see what's going on in here. Maybe we can bring somebody in to work on the floors a little bit. He doesn't need to be transporting. We have a drone for that. He can do these. So it's never gonna wipe, is what I learned. It's just not gonna happen. It's gonna be pending a wipe forever. But I also did not remove, these people are gonna need clothes like in a hot second. I also did not remove the, we are out of fabric? I didn't know that. I also didn't remove the, I'm trying to talk and play at the same time. How's it working out? So in Find My, when you're looking at your devices, you also have the option, besides to report lost and wipe the data, to remove the device from your Apple ID, from your devices. I did not do that. And then I started getting text messages about a week ago, and phone calls, and FaceTimes, and emails from the thief of my phone, who wanted me to update my Apple Pay because I didn't have any cards attached to my Apple Pay. I don't have my credit card on Apple Pay. I just don't use it. And I don't want to put a credit card on my phone. I just don't want to. Because then it's too easy to spend money on like mobile games and stuff. So I don't think we can afford to pay him, so I guess we're gonna say goodbye to Talus. So basically, they're trying to force me to update Apple Pay so that they can spend my money, and they're threatening, saying like, oh, but your current payment method is at risk. They're sending me all these false charges saying like you're getting like bank charges and stuff like this, which I know isn't true. And when that didn't work, they were like, you need to remove your device from Find My. It's the only way to protect your data. And so they were like sending me screenshots, like this is how you do it. And they circled, they like showed Find My app, and then they circled remove device. And they were like, remove device is the only way to protect your data. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. And so then they started sending me threats. And I mean, they were sending me videos of a guy waving a gun and making threats. They sent me videos of ways to hack in and steal your photos and identity, like your identity and everything off of your phone. And then, yeah, and a scammer, yeah. So a thief and a scammer, or the thief sold the phone to a scammer, which is also possible. And then they sent me these threats saying they know where I live. They're really angry that I haven't done any of the things they said I had to do, and that they were going to rape me, murder me, and my whole family all over a stupid phone because I wouldn't do what they said, and I apparently don't know the value of my own life over a phone. And they gave me until Monday, so I have until tomorrow, folks, to give in to these demands. And if I don't do it, they're gonna come to my house and kill me. That's the plan. So we have a date for tomorrow, and that's how things are going. It's been a really, really eventful 2 weeks since we last played, and I am tired. I am so tired. Like, I understand that all of this stuff is a scam. I do. But it's exhausting. They're always messaging me. They're like, I'm constantly like being vigilant of my phone. If it pings, I have anxiety because I think it's them. And like, I'm not sleeping. I'm getting like no sleep. That's why I was so late. That was him leaving. We just lost our guy because we didn't make enough money to keep him. We're gonna have to start selling some more stuff. I'm gonna pause for a second because I want to make sure that we're not starving. They have 3 meals. They're fine. Right. So perhaps the police will pay attention if you show them the threats. So I did. Yeah, there's more to the story, believe it or not. So I did. It took me a long time to finally just go to the police station because I knew that, like, I talked to my brother and he's a cop, and I knew the limits of what they could do about it. And I wasn't really going to do anything as far as like reporting it because I just know that like once your phone's gone, your phone's gone. And then we noticed that on the violent threat message that they sent me, the one with the videos of them waving a gun around and threatening to kill me and all that other extra flavorful stuff, that is in the thing they said, don't even bother talking to the cops because this is a burner number and all they'll do is take your statement and all this stuff. But then like you look up at who sent it and it's not coming from a burner number. They must have skipped a step because it's coming from their email account, from their Gmail account, believe it or not. So we looked up their Gmail on Facebook and we found their Facebook account, and then they have an Instagram account as well. And there's no picture on it on their social media accounts, so it's possible that these are also throwaway accounts. But with Gmail, you have to, like, when you set up a Gmail account, you connect it to a phone number, right? Like it's like the two-factor verification. I don't know, like it's a thing. Like you set up a Gmail account. I haven't done it in a long time, so I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure you need to, or I was told you need to associate the Gmail account you're building or you're creating with a phone number. Which means with that Gmail account, they could have sent it from anywhere. They could have sent it from Yahoo. They could have sent it from Hotmail, but no, they sent it from Gmail. So that Gmail account is tied to a phone number that is tied to them. Not only that, but I believe when you're sending an email, if the police put together a warrant, because they gotta give a warrant to Google to force Google to release that information, because Google won't just give it to you. Like, I guess there was an instance where a shooter, like, shot and killed 50 people, like a mass shooter, and the police wanted access to his Gmail after the fact to sort of like try to investigate like if there was any like signs or any warnings or anything like that. And because they didn't have like, I guess like an email or something signifying that he was making threats via email, Google did not give them access to that information. So they need a warrant, which I think them emailing me, they emailed it to my text, like they emailed it to a text, they texted it to me from their email, but them emailing me a threat, a physical threat, like a death threat, should be grounds for a warrant for the police, if they choose to pursue, to get this person's identity and their location from that Gmail account where they're sending those emails from. So it should be tied to that device that they're sending it from. They should be able to locate that device. They should be able to get the phone number off of the Gmail account for this person who has been making death threats to me. And, but they can only do it if they get a warrant, because Google will not release that information without a warrant. But it's possible. So yesterday I went to the police station, and everybody kept telling me, you have to go in to make a report, you have to go in to make a report. I tried calling. Doesn't work that way. You got to go in to make a report. I went in to make a report, and when I got there, I told them what happened, and they gave me a card with a website on it to go home and make a report. So I had to come home and make a report here. And in addition to that, I also went to, because I was Googling and found out that like if you're receiving digital messages of physical violent threats, or any kind of like, any kind of threat of violence through messaging, you can report it to the FBI. So there's an FBI tips page as well online. And so I made a report there as well. So between the two of them, between the local authorities, the cops, and the FBI, the feds, somebody should be able to get that warrant and go to Google and get that information and find this person. So that's the story time. Like, that's the whole story, and that's where we're currently at with this. Like I said, I went to the police to make the report yesterday. I submitted the online report for the feds yesterday. I'm still working up the energy to do it again for the police. So I've still got to write type up, I guess, my report for the police, for the local police, using the website the ones that the station gave me today. But I've just been tired. I'm so tired from all of that happening. So yeah, but the big message here, I guess, is that if you ever get your device stolen and it's an Apple device and they're asking you to remove it from Find My, just never do that. Never do that. Because the minute you do that, they win. They get what they want. They can use it. They can use your phone or whatever it is, your tablet. Just don't remove it from Find My, because it removes your ability to wipe your device and everything else. So I guess lesson learned. And don't like leave your phone sticking out of your pocket or your purse like I did. And yeah, that's what happened. That was a really long story time. I'm sorry. Let's check out how we're doing. Nobody's starving. That's good. I think queuing up those stoves with extra options has helped, because we've got 3 meals. Well, one of them's unfinished. I don't know where those keep going, these unfinished meals, but we're making some progress, at least a little, I think. So that's a plus. And we can start working on what I said I wanted to work on at the beginning of the stream, which is this welcoming center. So let's do that. Let's put down a foundation for a welcoming center. And you guys are saying stuff that I missed. I'm so sorry. I was talking the whole time and I wasn't reading, so let me read. Lee Harmonka says, perhaps police will pay attention if you show them the threats. I think I read that part and I responded. It is undeniable evidence. It is. And then we have Dark Dragon. We are here for you, my friend. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's great to still be able to get on and do something that feels normal like this, like playing this game and streaming and just enjoying my weekend instead of being like stressed out and scared and afraid and checking, like freaking out every time my phone pings because I think it's more like threats or nasty language or video threats or whatever. You know, that kind of stuff. I mean, like, I wasn't sleeping. I haven't been sleeping the last like 3 nights at least because I've got such a stiff neck from like holding all this tension and anxiety in my neck. And I'm trying not to. I'm like mentally aware that that's what I'm doing. So I'm trying to like relax, you know? But the pain of like holding all of that in my neck has been like making it so hard to sleep. Neil says, oh my God, someone in law enforcement needs to get off their butt and do something about this. I hope they get this scumbag. I hope so too. It just really sucks. My brother lives in another state. So he's like, yeah, I mean, you know, he's like in the Midwest in Ohio. That's where I'm from, Ohio. And he's like, here, if somebody steals $20, we can, you know, prosecute. He's like, but you're in LA, you're in Los Angeles. They've got a lot going on there. And they do, it's true. There's so much crime here. And they really do kind of have to pick and choose their battles and go after the bigger, you know, more prominent crimes and try to like, you know, allocate the resources the best they can around here. So like, as much as it sucks, I'm not mad at the police. I understand that they are at their limit with what they can handle. It's just a shame that because of that, like, crime here is so rampant because people know. They know they can get away with petty crime because the cops are so overwhelmed with like bigger crimes that they just let it go. Like they can, you know. We Hair Monkey says there's more of us than there is of them. Finding them's the hard part. Dark Dragons in Michigan. Hello, Michigan Wolverines. I am not a Wolverine fan. Sorry, I'm true to the Scarlet and Gray. I'm a Buckeye fan, but I got some love for my neighbors, for the Michigan Wolverines. So always a pleasure to meet a neighbor. And we are not sure, so we're gonna have to try something here because last time we did try to move and maybe it's because we didn't have a tough enough. Let's try concrete. Maybe it's that. Maybe it just wasn't a tough enough material to put our I really don't even know if that's centered. I kind of hope it is. I think that's centered. Oh, I didn't make it wide enough. Why did I do that? Okay, let's continue making this a little bit bigger. That should be long enough and wide enough. If we build this out of concrete, my thought process is maybe that will be strong enough to hold this. Because last time we tried to move this onto... See, it says uneven terrain. So I think we should be able to move it here. We'll find out once it's built if we can actually move it there. We tried to put it up here at one point just to test this out and it wasn't having it. But it might have been because of a couple of different reasons. So I'm hoping that we're allowed to put that on concrete at least. We'll find out. And if you guys know, by the way, if you just already know the answer to this and I'm like wasting time and resources and it won't let me settle that here, let me know. Tell me in advance and we'll come up with a new plan. The rocket will only sit on a... Okay, hang on, what's it say? Let me see. Oh no! I can't look at the rocket will only sit on a base, not a building. So does that mean this concrete base is fine? Like I can put... So when you say base, do you mean this floor is fine or does it only have to be... Like, this is fine, the concrete floor, it will sit on that? Let me know, because I'm not sure what you mean. I'm trying to fix this. There we go. Sorry. It's gonna blink. It'll come back. There we go. So I know we're trying to bake concrete, and we're doing all of that over here. Welcome to the smelters. I think our issue really is that we're running out of fuel, like stick fuel. Which is what I was saying, like we're having like a real crisis of not having enough sticks. So I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna stop her from researching to get this. I don't know where everybody else is doing construction and cutting and all that. It's so sad that Talus is gone. It's unfortunate. We need to start thinking economically how we can raise more money so that we don't have to lose workers like that. I did not mean to delete your message. I tapped on it. I was not trying to hide you either. I'm fixing it. I'm fixing it right now. I'm not trying to hide you. There you go. Unhidden Neil. That was an accident. I'm so sorry. I tapped on it. I tapped on it and it, I didn't mean for that to happen, but you're back. And I'm sorry. That was, yeah. I didn't know that I could even do that. That's new. It would be nice to have a stone path to the hotel so nobody gets many feet. I agree. I don't know. Can I do that though? Like, I know I could do that with flooring. Like, we have stone paving, and we can even have it like these bigger bricks, like these polished stone. But I can't just put them on the ground. I have to like. I'd have to put like some kind of. You know what I mean? Like, I have to put some kind of like. Maybe let's try this with soil. Okay, I don't know what I just did. I don't want that. Let's cancel that. And all of this. It's not even. That's the problem. Like, this is going down to the ground here, and then these are kind of rising up from the ground, which I don't want. We can just do this way. Maybe if I start... Although, I mean, that's interesting. It's sort of like... It kind of... You see what I mean? Like, it kind of did like a... Look at that! It'll be better when it's full daylight. But it... Just even laying that temporarily gave us a nice little walkway. That's cool. It, like, mowed the grass right here. It's a fun slide, says we hire monkeys. That's fun. I would have, honestly, we need to put down more cloth blossom because our folks here are hurting for materials to build clothing. So we need to expand a little bit here and do a little bit more farming. We're gonna do non-edibles, cloth blossom, and we're gonna do that like here. I'm gonna expand this because more is more. This gameplay, that's the whole like. We're gonna go from here to here, and get somebody out here to plant it. And let's make sure these guys are being fed too. They have food. They're good. That's good. Okay, so it looks like we're really close to having this completely fenced in. I thought leaving the power line kind of like entrance just open like that. We don't really need a closing gate for this. Just like a little front-facing opening here was, you know, good enough. And then our power plant will be completely blocked in. And then over here, it's also where we're kind of like doing all of our converting raw materials to other things. Like we're doing all our smelting here, we're doing all of our fermenting. We've got a distillery, but I have paused it. I guess we can, instead of times, why don't we do, wait a minute. I should find somewhere where we have sweet syrup on the map so that we can just start growing it. That'd be nice. But yeah, we'll just distill, let's say 50 at a time. Did that queue? It did queue. So we'll do that. It is a resort. We need to provide certain amenities. And now that we have this built, we can start baking concrete because we know we're gonna need like a ton of this. So let's just bake some concrete here. When that's done baking, we'll do that. And then if we get through all of those and we really have all those resources, we'll just queue up some bricks as well. So our electric smelter should just be going all the time, and hopefully, I don't know if it's possible, but it'd be pretty outstanding. Is it gonna do it right now? Is it possible? Wait, I lost it. It went up. I want to know if this drone is gonna put the materials we need into the smelter. I mean, maybe. If it does, that'd be really cool, because then this is completely automated. I don't have to worry about people. No, it went somewhere else. It was a nice thought that would come and put the resources here so that this could operate itself without anybody having to go and physically do it. But the person who did all that stuff was Talus, so I need to now either hire somebody else to do it, which we need money for, or we need to queue up. And I think option B is probably the more realistic one. We need to queue up somebody else to do it. Somebody else is going to take over handling and delivery. What do we got going on? So Dark Dragon says, I'm going to go now, have fun. You'll pray for me. Bye. All right, well, I'll see you later. And thanks for stopping by this morning, or thank you for stopping by this Sunday. We'll go with that. And Neil Fletcher says, build the path first and add the stairs on top. Yeah, I should have done that. I guess I could knock out these stairs that we have currently. I'm gonna yawn, I'm sorry. Cloth Blossom gets a good price, do a big field. Yes, that is true, and we do need the ability to bring in a better income. This is kind of a big field, but we could go bigger. We could go bigger. We could do more. More is more. We're gonna do more. We're gonna go out here. We're gonna extend this the rest of the way so it's nice and squared off. That will be our Cloth Blossom field, because we're not just growing it for ourselves. We are growing it for profit, for trade. So we're gonna need that. She's probably been out here for a while. I bet you she's tired. She's not terribly tired. She's doing all right, so it'll be fine. All of that said, let's now go back to our management tab and figure out what we're doing. And I'm gonna put this into a faster speed, faster play mode. We need to figure out who's going to be handling. Who can we spare for handling? I think Laura. I'm going to make handling and delivery a 1 for her. And then mining can be her number 2. Construction, I'm just going to put back to a 3. Yeah, there we go. She'll take over for Talus since she was doing mostly mining, and we don't honestly need a lot of mining right now. We've got quite a bit going on. Maybe not there, but here we have 658 stone already, so I think that will make quite a bit of concrete for us. I could really use somebody doing the delivery and handling tasks, though. There's a lot of green cob out here for harvesting, so let's do that. We'll queue him up to do some harvesting. And that way we'll have just a little bit more resources as far as food is concerned. Because right now we're looking at, here we go, our resource readout. We only had 5 grain left. So him harvesting that now is really good for us. 70 glitter cap, 25 buttermelon, 38 pickled vegetable, and 118 red raw meat. And 2 folks are unarmed. You know what? I let Talus leave with one of our weapons on. I shouldn't have done that. Whoops. And you know what? I don't know that I necessarily should be giving it to Lara either. Let's not do that. Let's draft her for a second. And let's have Emmeline. Oh, she can't equip it because Lara's... We'll undraft her. I think I have to wait for her to equip it so I can unequip it. It's a whole thing. We're gonna have to shuffle. It's fine. We can manage. We can do a little shuffling. Looks like we have some more grain cob, wild grown grain cob back here. If I could just select it. There it is. And we'll mark for harvest. And that should tide us over until our own crops start growing. I'll mark a few more over here for harvest as well. We are not in a position to tame yet because we do not have enough of these berries. We're gonna have to wait for that. this wild green cob though is ready for harvest. So I'm just going through and selecting it. Okay, we have a dog over here. I hesitate to tame. And it looks like I don't even have the option to because the taming food hasn't been discovered yet. Really? We don't have raw meat to tame a dog. We do. We have like 118 of it. What taming food has to be discovered to feed this guy? What am I missing here? Have I forgotten something about taming dogs? Apparently, I don't have I haven't discovered yet what it takes to tame them. Interesting, interesting problem to have. Hello, Tiger Tabby. Welcome to the stream. You could take delivery off for all the players. The drone will do that, but it won't handle it. Okay, that's good to know. So we'll do that then. Whoa. Hello, Mama. We've got ourselves some harvestable buttermelon. So let's go ahead and do what you just said. We're gonna go to Activities tab. And which was it? Delivery? You said take delivery off for all the players. Okay. We're gonna do that. Whoops. There we go. So that should certainly help us to, or help them to automate a little bit better, to manage their time a little bit better. Neil Fletcher, I think it's dried meat to tame the dog. You're right. You were so right. Okay, and I actually don't have a drying rack. It just wasn't a priority when I was setting everything up, and then it sort of fell to the wayside. So let's add one. If we go in here, we'll get a large drying rack. And how are we doing on wood? Probably shouldn't build this out of wood because we seem to have an issue with chopping wood as fast as we're using it. So let's see what our options are here. 25 of this, we have 35, so let's go. We're gonna use this and we're gonna drop it right here. And then I'm gonna bring Quinn over here to build it. And then we should have the option to dry some meat. Brilliant. Thank you so much for that suggestion, Neil. Yes. And Tiger Tabby says you need those cow-looking animals to feed your dogs. Oh yeah, we've been, that's the only ones we've tamed so far, to be honest. The Olphins. We have, I'm like just all over the place here with this map and zooming. I apologize if it's in any way nauseating, but we have Paris and we have London over here. Our tamed dolphins. We'll need buttermelons in order to tame any more. We've also been hunting these guys. I am sort of like hesitant to tame the dogs anyway, even though they're there. And it's hard to turn down a dog when you see it on the map, because you just kind of want to tame it before it's gone. But they really do like hijack my entire gameplay a lot of the times, where I'm just focused on making sure I'm keeping enough meat in the trough for them to stay fed and not starve, and then go haywire and start attacking and killing each other. Hello, oh man, Iona Merrier. Try the map seed a second tack medium and build your base in the hole. It is awesome. I'll have to write that one down. In fact, let me do that. I'll write that down right now so that I can remember it later and not have to like go hunting back through this playthrough to get that information. Let's see. You said, all caps, second tack medium. All right, got it. You tend to go dog crazy. Yes, yeah. And my new rule for myself is I do not tame any animal of multiple genders. I will pick like whatever the gender is of the first one I tame. That's the only thing I tame. So like my Olphins are both males. And I will only tame males from now on, because I can't have them procreating out of control, because feeding them becomes the only thing that we're focused on in gameplay. Like my own people will starve because I'm so busy trying to get enough food to feed all my animals. It has happened. so yeah, that's my rule. I only tame same gendered animals because I cannot with the the non-stop spawning of new ones. They just keep multiplying out of control. Yay, we have a trade deal. That's awesome. I hope I have something they want. I have nothing they want. Except this. Which, honestly, not a bad way to make a couple bucks, because we're playing in peace mode so that we can do this like lavish build. So aside from them like maybe getting sick, and the animals have gotten sick and I've had to cure them a few times, but mostly it hasn't been that bad. So what I can do is kind of like keep our supply of first aid low and then sell the rest of this. So we'll do that trade deal. That'll be an easy one. And that way we can bring in some more money and hopefully hire back the extra hands that we had before. I do hope that once we grow all this grain cloth, we're able to really profit off of the excess here. We have like a ton, and she's fully rested. We have a ton of grain ready for harvest here. I'm gonna have her come in and finish planting this cloth blossom this way. And did we get ourselves? We did. We have our drying rack. So what I want to do here is store here first. Yes. So and they've already done that. So we've got some red raw meat drying here, which is great. And that should then get transferred. Why is retrieve check? Survivors are forbidden to get raw resources from the spice even when they're starving. That's not true. Raw resources even when they're starving. Okay, hold on a second. Before we go any further, let's make sure they are not. I mean, fruit is fine. You can eat that raw. I don't care. Certain vegetables, like pickled vegetables, is fine. You can eat that raw. But we are not doing this thing where they are just eating raw mushrooms and getting sick, or eating raw meat. Like, we gotta fix that. That never should have made it this far without having adjusted those. That's seriously, I overlooked that on my end. My bad. That's my bad. What I do want to do here, once we get our concrete floor built and this moved over, is I do want to put a reception area here for new arrivals, and we'll move like our research desk or something down there to make it look really cute, and add like a chair and maybe put a dartboard on the wall back behind the counter so that it looks like we've got like kind of like a bulletin board or something up. That'd be really cute. Except for them trying to actually play darts on it. But something like that would be nice. You know what else we could be doing is building statues. We could be absolutely dressing this place up with some statues here. Like we could have an dolphin kind of greet you here, you know, when you first arrive, one on this side and one on this side, and I think that might look kind of nice. We could do some other, what are they? Some of these drakas over here. I would want to rotate them if we were going to do that so they're not looking at their back sides. I don't know if I'm sold on putting the drakas there. I think we'll wait on that one. But I do like the idea of greeting them with some dolphins on the front here. What are the smaller statues? I just want to know. Let's look. Our littler statues are the Glutch and the dog. That's cute. So yeah, we could start doing stuff like that. Sort of really leaning into our leisure items. We already have our handpan, our didgeridoo, our dartboard. We don't have a shooting target, but we could. This could absolutely be another leisure item we could be doing. So like we have ourselves, you know, balloon rides. We could have ourselves out here, some target practice stuff. Like we could do like a little shooting range. In fact, we should do like multiple of these. I think that in a row would look more like, you know, does that make sense? Like it would look more like they're doing, right, like it's like a actual like target practice range, like a more of recreational. That's the word I'm looking for. Sorry, it took me a second to like latch onto it, but recreational was the word I was looking for. So if we put these 3 targets out here, that'll make it look way more recreational, like that's out here for recreation. And then we've got our hot air balloon. We're gonna have our reception area here. We've got this. We've got our restaurant that for some reason we just cannot convince anybody to come out here and construct these floors. For the outdoor seating, I believe there was a way to add like railing. I feel like in their stream on the Stranded Alien Dawn channel, they showed a way to put railing around a deck like this. Let me see if we go to fence. Will this work? Can I? But how do I make it? Oh no, what did I just push? That wasn't the right button. I feel like there's a button I have to push, like a hotkey, to make it center, lock on to the edges instead of in the center of the, instead of in the center of the square, right? There's a way to lock it onto the edge. And if I can find that hotkey or find out what that hotkey is, then we can put a railing around this. New resource, chef steak. That's good. Heat wave. It's getting hot in here. But we're already out of sticks, so it's not like this area is getting overly hot. We have our AC rolling, and it's putting it at 60 degrees Fahrenheit in this area. We're currently looking at 62 inside, 82 outside. It's not bad. I do think Evelyn just ran by pantless. This is true. This is accurate. Emmeline is pantless right now, so that's not great. I don't love that. Also, we have no lights in here. Let's fix that. That seems to be an issue. Let's put some ceiling lamps in here. Like we could go, is this the center? I think that's the center. Let's do that. And then out here, maybe we could do a wall lamp on the outside, but I can't above the stair, and I've got windows everywhere else. I don't know. We'll figure something out. You can add railing as you say, not sure what the keystroke is on a PC. Yeah, once I figure that out, I think I'll have to do a Google search after stream because I don't want to like mess with my screens right now, but afterwards I can do a Google search and figure that out and add that railing. Maybe what we need to add some lighting out here, which would also look pretty nice, just saying, is like a shroom torch. So we put one right here and one right here, I think. And that might look really pretty and bring some light outside. So let's put them on 3-speed. They were on 2-speed. Let's put them on 3-speed because I wanna start seeing some of these changes. So let's get them moving. That drone is nice though. It's like, it's so nice. It's like having Talus back. Making sure that all the resources are going where they need to go. You can do a standing torch for the outside too. That's right. Where did I see that before? Is it just, there's wall torches. There are standing torches. Where are those? Is it in camp? It is in camp. Let's do this out by the shooting range. That would look so good. So we've got, these are not aligned, but at least, hold on. The back two are aligned, and this one's centered a little bit in front of them. I think that's okay. So what we'll do is we'll do one of them here and one here. So now we've made ourselves sort of a very, not super aligned, but a little bit of like an arrow formation, just a little bit. That'll be cool. It is very uneven ground, I will say, but they're evenly spaced at the very least. I think our shooting range is going to look pretty darn cool, to be honest. We've got our shooting range, we've got our restaurant, indoor and outdoor seating. Nobody wants to construct these floors. Let's see if I can force Krista. Just like, what do you call it when you micromanage? I'm just gonna micromanage her until it gets done. I think she went upstairs to research. She did. Okay, well let's get back to what we were doing before. Nope, she walked away when there's just one left. Just the one left. That's all you needed to do. All right, there, finally, at last. Looks like our ceiling is almost done up here too. Let's get the inside lighting going as well. We should probably put one of those in the kitchen. the actual kitchen part. Come down a floor and then grab another lamp. Let's do another ceiling lamp for this. Actually, I think a wall lamp is possible here over this stove. Let's do something different. Let's do a wall lamp. Electrical wall lamp right there. And we'll have her construct that now. Yes, it's all coming together. Okay, so we're starting to see some more modern amenities. It is a little, the view is tiny bit spoiled by the fact that they still are sleeping on these nasty hay cots. But we're getting there. We're getting somewhere. It's starting to really look good. Neil Fletcher, the patio is looking wonderful. Thank you so much. Tiger Tabby says, is this one with robots or the bugs attack? So the game, yes, it does that, but this play mode, it won't, at least until I reach a certain objective, I think. Because I did put this in peace mode, so that we could focus less on defense and more on beautification. So if we were like trying to build like a fort and defend it, it wouldn't be able to look as pretty. So yeah, that's like the reasoning behind me choosing to put it in that play mode. So it's starting to look good. As much as I love to see the inside here coming together, and I like, even though it's a small little in-house restaurant, which sometimes they are. Sometimes the restaurants in hotels aren't particularly large. We've got 3 indoor tables, some long, some small. We've got 2 small outdoor tables, 2 long outdoor tables. I will get that railing on here later, once I have time to look it up. We've got a nice, beautiful entryway, dual ceiling lamps up here. I couldn't quite put a chandelier in because they don't have it, but we've got that. I think I might put some more leisure items in here, some chairs. Out here we have ourselves this picturesque hearth and the window to the view outside. Upstairs, we're gonna build some rooms, and we are gonna do a 3rd story. I just decided because I want to put a gym. We have the option to add like a bench press, you know, and to get like, I think it'd just be so cool to build like a gym up here. So we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna have like all this whole wall here is gonna be windows, like the whole way from edge to edge windows looking out. So you're working out in the gym up here, and you just got this beautiful 3-story view of the mountain, the mountainscape. I think that would be really nice. Just a nice, really open gym area. Yes, that is the plan. So this is gonna become a gym, which means we need to plan on adding ourselves a 3rd story. So let's do that. And just like that. And it's coming together. We're getting ourselves a really nice resort. This is cute. Yeah. And we're actually seeing some pretty decent growth on this concrete mixing going on here. So that's happening relatively quickly, I think, considering it's all automated at this point. Okay, so Target Abby said okay. Oh, man. I am thinking we need outdoor lights because it is so dark out here without them. If I do this, I kind of want to, so I did research searchlights, and I think searchlights would be cool because they're really big lights. We also have ourselves these floodlights. We could do, yeah, maybe we do like an aisle of floodlights. I'm feeling it, like just leading up, you know, to our, I don't know how many spaces I put in between those. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The next one would go here. So yeah, we're gonna just do these floodlights, these tilted floodlights. Copy and rotate. I don't know how I'm gonna power them. I'm gonna have to figure that out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here, do here, and lastly, I don't know if I'll be able to put this one here. I'll try. Yeah, it still lines up. That's fine. So we'll have those. Those will be our floodlights. keeping this whole area from landing. So even if you land in the middle of the night, you still have a nicely lit, beautiful pathway in view straight to the hotel. Hello, Sakura Twist. Welcome to the stream. Good to have you. We are upgrading our resort. We're giving it quite the pop. I think one way to do this might be just to run these kind of behind here a little bit. Will it reach that far? Yes. So running the power grid this way behind these will definitely hook up these floodlights. I just gotta figure out how I'm gonna light, or how I'm gonna power the ones on this side. So TBD on that one. I'll figure it out somehow. About to run away. Apparently we are not cooking enough with meat because we have meat going bad in the fridge. That's not good. So let's see. How about we take raw meat off? Well, hang on. We'll just take that off of here for right now so that we can go. It should be able to go in here. I just want to make sure there's space for it first. Oh, there's so much space. There's so much space right there. So yeah. Let's come back to our kitchen real quick. We will have her, who's upstairs, store. Come on, help me out here. Didn't I just say we don't want... Yeah. Why am I not getting the option to store undesired items? Okay. We have ourselves a little bit of a problem here. We're gonna have to fix it. We'll do that. We're gonna add our quick recipes here because we don't have fuel for the little fire. So we're gonna fix this real quick. We're gonna queue ourselves up some quick recipes, just real quick. That's not the one I wanted. I wanted this one, and grain, I think, is the one I haven't done yet. Let's see. Did this one twice. Grain, veggie, meat. Okay. Now let's go back downstairs again and have her... Oh my goodness. This is being so infuriating. Yes. Actually, no. Cook the meat soup since we seem to have that going bad. It's going poorly. And maybe just to help us out here, we should queue it up on this side so we can get someone else kind of doing the same thing. Can I just queue that? Obstructed access. Okay. That seems problematic. We're gonna have to take away one of these shelves. That's why we can't use this stove. Specifically this one. That can be a problem for tomorrow's day. Yeah, everything's looking well lit. Once we get this pathway lit too, I think that's gonna be really impressive. Those are my thoughts, at least. There's a hotel reception building. What's going on with the other building? Okay, so, this one that we're laying the concrete foundation is going to be the reception building. So we're going to try to stick the trading pod where everybody comes, flies in and out of on here. And then on the other side of it, we're going to have a reception building where they're received, and we're going to put like a desk in there, and we're going to put like, just a cute little receiving area. And then like a ticketing counter kind of. And then you can go straight to the hotel here. This building tucked away behind the trees back here, this is our power plant. And back here we have everything that's powering the hotel. And then we've got storage back here, and we've also got our batteries, which are all like totally tapped. We're not making a lot of power right now, which is a little concerning that all of these batteries would be empty. So we're gonna definitely need more, for sure. I think, man. And optimizing these solar panels is not an option on this seed, so that's unfortunate. This one needs repaired, it looks like. Repair missing resources. Okay, what resources are we missing? Electronics. So we need to go up here and build some electronics. Let's go upstairs. Instead of cutting, craft, not enough resources. What resources are we using to craft electronics? Alloys and silicone. We have 20 silicone. We have no alloys. I feel like I'm doing one of those mysteries because you have to like work your way backwards and try to like solve like one step at a time. Not enough scrap. All right, so we need to be doing more scavenging, which nobody has prioritized, which means it's not getting done. So that's something I'm gonna have to sort of hijack everyone for a moment and kind of have like a scavenging party so that we can give everyone, just have them all do it at once so that it all gets done at once so that we don't have to worry about like updating anybody's priorities. We can just get kind of like do a mass pull and then circle back to it again when we need to again, or when we have another person who we can prioritize scavenging. We haven't really looked at the priorities. I didn't think that like that would be like super interesting, but we can if you guys want to. Shadow Mafia, hello. Wow, one of the nicest bases I can't tell because the words are behind the heart. Hang on, let me look on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One of the nicest bases I saw. Good job. Thank you. I appreciate it. We're going for beauty. We're going for beautification. We want this to look luxe. That's the point. That's the plan. We have discovered the resource dried meat at long last. That's good. Now let's see if they will. No available storage to haul dried meats. I feel like this is a never-ending cycle. All right, let's check our storage. Dried meat? Yeah, we do dried meat here. Is it just because we don't have... What's stopping us from building this freezer? That's what I need to know. And I think what we can do... Let's add... Just make sure that we don't leave it on the rack. We'll add dried outside because it will go bad outside. We can add dried meat to there, to those indoor shelves if it doesn't fit in the fridge. And now... Somebody must have already moved it. Oh, that's right. We have the drone doing that. So the drone just moved it, I think. I think that's what just happened. I'm gonna let her get back to researching just as soon as I get this shelf deconstructed so that that stove is usable, because that was a real issue. Okay, so we have ourselves steamed hams. I mean, it's a nice thought. No, I don't think that's what we have, but I appreciate the suggestion. Yeah, it is. Okay, so we're seeming to have a couple of different issues, and we're hurting for a little bit of resources. We're also really hurting for storage space. We have all of these and nowhere to put them. So I think what I'm gonna have to do, unfortunately, because this freezer just isn't happening fast enough, is we're gonna have to make this indoor shelf food friendly. So we're gonna have to put raw food on here entirely, an option, so that all of that stuff that we don't have storage for can be stored. And we'll have her haul this when she's done, and that as well. Yeah, we're not able to smelt anything because we don't have any sticks. I think we need to get back on the stick cutting train. And I wonder if they're not cutting sticks because this is back here. It might be a problem, I don't know. Chopped sticks is in queue. Let's bump it to the top of the queue. Okay, so he's getting wood to chop sticks. All right, cool. All right, I think once he does that and we have the ability to fuel our furnaces, we should be in a better spot and not get so many of these notifications going on here. Insufficient storage for meals, cooked meals. I'm gonna have to make that an option here as well so we can keep storing stuff. You know what I don't want in here? Let's just take feathers off and antibiotics off. We don't need that here. So yeah, other items don't need to be in the fridge. Let's do that. And maybe that'll free up some space. Beverages, coffee, moonshine. doesn't need to be in the fridge. That can be stored in the storage shed. Let's see what that does for us. And everybody's like, pinging is unarmed. Okay. Well, I think some of that scavenging must have rendered some more weapons, so we'll give that one to Emmeline this time. And a new day dawns. Look at that red sunrise. And then if we fly out here, over, and look, we can see a comet. That's pretty cool. I think that's a really nice view. Our shooting range is almost complete. We've still got these torches that need to be constructed. We have, I can already see some fallen trees here, so we're gonna mark those for cutting. Chris did a research insight, and now we have nanotube printing, which is nice. I'm not going to, why did this not get tore down? I thought I was so sure. Deconstruct. There we go. Man. Nanotube printing, that's where we're at, right? Right. We were looking at 3D, we're putting a 3D printer up here. So let's rotate that sucker around and stick it right next to our drone. Since we don't have our interior room spaces quite mapped out. We don't know exactly what we're doing upstairs yet. But we will figure that out. Neil Fletcher says, do you have a bit more space in your storeroom for shelves? We do. I'm trying to keep all the food stuff inside though, and I really want this freezer up and running. We just need one more electronic and we would be there. I just need the power to stay on so somebody can craft some electronics. And to do that, we're gonna need metal alloys, which we don't have yet. So let's make sure that that furnace is building or making some metal alloys for us. Let's actually prioritize that real quick. Oh, he's chopping more sticks. Good. That's good. We need that. So when he's done eating, let's ask him to do that again. Let's ask him to continue chopping sticks. We need way more of those. We're out again already, so. The unpowered devices is becoming a bit much. We need to power the devices so that we can make the electronics. But we can't make the electronics unless we can fix our power grid. It's becoming a balancing act really fast, I think, unfortunately. And she's still awake, so I'm gonna actually bring her out here and ask her to chop a few more sticks for us. We need these furnaces going because we need... And this can't really... I don't want to do metal alloys from ore because it turns out we need ore for something else. We want to do it from scrap. Smelts from scrap. That shooting star is not doing us any favors. We'll prioritize that over brick. We still do need that concrete. And we're in a heat wave, but I will say our interior is temperature controlled. It's climate controlled by the fact that we have our air conditioner here, but it only works if there's power, which we don't have right now. And oh, without power we don't have our drone either. I just realized that too. So that's gonna be interesting. It's alright, it will all resolve itself. We just gotta stay on top of some of the minute, like, finagling and balancing acts and stuff like that, like making sure that we're keeping sticks in our inventory, which we do not have enough of right now, and which I would love to have more of. So what I'm gonna do, there's like a scorpion nest right there, so we don't want to go too far, but we do want, are these bushes? We're gonna cut these because we need sticks, and chopping them 20 at a time is not working. So we're gonna come over here and we're gonna cut these sticks. We're gonna mark those for harvest. And I might just ask her to come back down here and do a little bit more scavenging for us. She's doing some handling. I'm gonna set her back on the scavenge party thing. Quinn, you can do that too. Emmeline. Scavenge party. Everybody scavenge party. A new scavenge party. After that, I will release them to do what it is that they normally do. But I just thought we could benefit from just one more like run with scavenging, and then out of sight, out of mind for a hot minute. What are those robots called that help you with the work? Can you get those? Yeah, so there's service bots, and then there's the drone. And we have the drone already, but it only works if the power's on. And the same applies for the service bots. But they're down here, service bots. We cannot research them yet, because we have not found or produced an AI core yet. And we don't have Ken, no. There's no Ken in this game. If we were to have him, it would be by pure luck in the hiring process. Which hasn't happened yet. We did have Talus at one point, and we hired Lara, but we didn't have enough money to afford it to keep Talus on. So unfortunately, we had to let him go. But hoping for a better outcome soon. Once I scrolled back and then gave up halfway. But like if I keep going back here, as you can see, we have ourselves quite a massive field here of cloth blossoms that we're hoping to harvest for trade and make a good chunk of money off of that. We also need a lot of clothes so we can dress our people, because they're really hurting for things to wear right now. Rested, fed, rested and fed, rested and fed. Everybody's rested and fed, so this food's just kind of sitting out here. Also, let's not refuel this. And since it's a heat wave, let's also extinguish this. I think that's probably the wise thing to do. Yeah, the lack of storage space is becoming a real issue for us. We don't need this in here. Why? I mean, it doesn't hurt to have it in here because when they're crafting, but I don't want that in the kitchen. I'm sorry, I just don't. I don't want that in the kitchen. We don't need any of this in here. We don't need apparel in the kitchen. We don't need weapons in the kitchen, or tools, or medicines. The other items are fine. Yeah, all that stuff needs to be cleared out and put somewhere else. It does not need to be in here. This should honestly just be for... moonshine in this. No. I'm gonna go with no. Electronic components, no. Raw fabrics, no. This is for food and drinks. That's it, because it's in the kitchen. That's the only thing that should be on the shelf. And once we fix that, we should have a lot more storage. So if they like store undesired items, all that can come out here. We have plenty of shelf space, like so much shelf space in here for all of that stuff. It really shouldn't be in the kitchen. This guy's out here cutting for us, which is good. We now have 320 sticks, hallelujah, because we've been hurting for sticks to keep these furnaces burning, and we really, really need them going in order to create these metal alloys we need in order to do all of these upgrades and repairs that we need. So it looks like the drone is really just buzzing around, getting all of this going. Our furnaces are running, so that's good. We've got metal alloys, concrete, and more alloys here going, so that's good. I don't know that we have the resources to be fermenting. Oh, we do. Okay, so now we're fermenting pickled vegetables. That's great. This is our antibody production. We have pickled vegetables here as well, so it's on both sides. And we're smelting concrete here, which should help us out with our reception area. And it is. That's coming along nicely. And I'm starting to see some purple here as well, which is cool. We're gonna need a lot more windmills in order to keep this thing powered though. We're not even sustaining enough power for the battery life of this stuff here. So what I'd like to do is start copying and building more of these, and then some windmills. See, do I want to do it this way? Is this really ideal? Because am I going to block this off? I don't know. We'll just build these extra 2 here. We're gonna have to get so much more metal anyway, and electronic components and things in order to build what's here. But we'll start with that. And then we'll figure out if we want to do like a 3rd row here, or maybe like here we'll add a row of windmills so that we're not just running on solar power. Solar power is only good during the day. We need windmills at night, and certainly enough battery storage to carry us through the day from any excess power during daylight hours. I think too, what might help is just moving one of these poles back here so I can do a 3rd row. So that's what we'll do. We'll add that there. So much purple happening here. We've got so many things almost finished, and a trade smuggler. So another opportunity, hopefully, to sell some stuff and to make some actual valuable cash. So we have a ton of feathers. We're just gonna sell them. We're not crafting them, so might as well. We have a weapon I didn't even know we had. I'm gonna have to have somebody equip that. Moonshine, we'll sell it. The coffee, we'll sell it. The extra 6 of these, that was actually 16. I guess we were making, or we were finding, that's what it is, scavenging, finding first aid kits. Okay. So we'll get rid of the extras of those. I'll risk it for the biscuit, for the payday. And we'll sell a little bit of this, but not a ton of it. So that'll give us another 25k. We could sell this pulse rifle, but I kind of want to keep it in case hunting becomes another issue in the winter. So we have a 2nd person with a ranged weapon. Call it sustainable. I think you need more tree planting. We could call you a spaceship for sale. Could you call a spaceship for sale? Yeah, I could, but we just got one, thankfully. So before I read that, but I would have certainly, because you were right. We were certainly due for one, I think. They still didn't want this, but this isn't ready for harvest yet anyway, so I guess that's okay. I kind of want to swap these. I don't think we need that much blade grass, so we'll change this to the blade grass, and then we'll change this to the buttermelon. I would rather have a much bigger field for that. Does that make sense? And then our glitter caps are over here. Actually, we could just make this whoops. This could be the blade grass, and then this looks like maybe it's a little bigger. We'll make this one the glitter caps. All right, so just a little bit of shuffling there. Not a huge change. Still the same crops. I would like to find some sweet syrups, and I don't think we have. I want to look kind of around the map and see what we can find, because I know it's got to be here somewhere. Like, we haven't researched this. We could be mining these. I mean, it's huge, huge, huge hike down this hill, so if we're gonna do it, I want it to be for a good reason. And I'm really just looking for... Oh, fruit bushes are in harvest. We can harvest some of those up closer to camp. So let's go closer to camp and queue that. But what we really need to find, I think, is some sweet syrups, because they've got to be on this map somewhere. We haven't discovered them yet, so if we do find them, we can... Oh, it's a thunderstorm! I saw these guys going nuts over here. I think they're fighting or attacking each other. I don't know. Let's see. No, just moving fast because it's at 3 speed. It scared me for a second. Right. So hopefully nobody gets electrocuted while this is happening. Just about everybody's gone to sleep, so maybe the storm will have passed, and Emmeline just needs to get a little bit closer and she'll be safe. She's safe. So that should be fine. What were we talking about? What was I saying? Hello, Hawk of Doom! Welcome to the stream! This is not the best moment to catch us because we're like, it's dark, we're getting rained on. You can't really see the beautification of everything quite like this, but it's coming together pretty nicely, I think, personally. I wonder if this is wide enough, the part that's built, to try and transfer this. Let's see. Is this wide enough? I think it is. I think we could move this here. Oh wait, I should not do that while we're in the middle of a trade deal though. Did we already make the trade? I think we did. We did, because we're up to 70k. That's good. The other thing though is I noticed that fruit bushes were in fact ready for harvest. So we just gotta find out where those are. Closer to camp and not down the side of the mountain. I might have cut a lot of them, so here's some. Fruit bushes, let's set those to harvest. And we need somebody out here planting. So let's have her plant and plant. She's gonna construct. I don't want to mess with that. She's harvesting. Perfect. Planting and planting. There we go. And if I can find a few more of these. So this is smoke leaf. I guess we can just mark one for observe at this point. And say, oh wait, okay, we've done this before. We've talked about it. We've come over here. We've looked at these. We don't want to go near them. We're just gonna let them live their life. We're gonna live ours and stay out of their neighborhood. And hopefully they'll stay out of ours as well. I don't think that they're going to be aggroed since we're on peace mode, but I do think that they're there in case we want to attack them anyway and try to like harvest their nest. So I think that's kind of why they're still there, even though we are playing peace mode. Been a little while. Hope all is well with everyone. This is Hawk of Doom. And Neil Fletcher says you were searching for Heptagonia. That's right. Thank you. That's what we were doing. Of course, now I know that again, and it's dark again. We've discovered silicone leaf. That's good. We can harvest those. And we're about to rot away some food. Our kitchen situation is just not great. We need to get this thing built. This is like a real problem, but we're having trouble getting those extra electronics, and the 2 scavenging parties we did haven't rendered what we needed. I'm gonna mark these for harvest, and then we're gonna go down this hill again, and we're gonna harvest this bunch of silicone leaves. So we're gonna mark those for harvest, and we're gonna come back up here, and we're going to look for Heptagonia. That's what we're looking for. And it likes to grow around like rock formations like this. So I think if we see those on the map, we can kind of try to stay close to them, you know? Because we might find... I don't know. There it is! Boom! We have ourselves Heptagonia. And since this guy's awake, he can come check it out. And that we'll plant this way closer to our resort once we've researched it. We just need to learn about it first, and then we can take it back home with us. Bizarrely, my USB Wi-Fi dongle works a lot better on one of the rear USB ports than your others. And Amanda, oh, Bill and Amanda, yeah. You were already here, but Hawk just found out, so they're saying hi. It is exciting to see people you know in streams. I love doing that. I love running into a lot of the same people in a lot of different streamers' channels. It's fun. I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything. I'm reading through, and it looks like I am up to date on the chat. Disconnected devices. We need to really step up our game with our electronics grid, with our power grid. And we need to be able to hire another person so that I can have a full-time scavenger. I think that's what we need. Somebody to be constantly scavenging scrap metal all the time. That seems kind of important. Before he goes anywhere, I'm gonna mark these for harvest because he's already out here, and I'm gonna have him harvest it. And now that we did that, I think we have toxic ash. Yep, we do. Yay! Alright, well, you can't win them all. We're gonna have some toxic ash. I'm imagining that over here near the rock area still is probably gonna be our best place to plant our Heptagonia. Let's see. Farming, crops, Heptagonia. Yeah, it looks like the green area is really just gonna be kind of like right here. Well, not just that little square, but we're gonna extend field to like here and a little more like that. And let's plant some more. Let's do Heptagonia on this side. extend. That was a little bit weird, not what I expected to happen. I think I'm gonna have to maybe mine these rocks in order to make this happen. But yeah, we're gonna try to get some Peptagonia out of these. But I think we're gonna have to wait until this toxic ash storm passes before we wake anybody up to do any planting, because I'm seeing these green, you know, healing bars over their faces from them being outside and inhaling this stuff. So we might want to give them a moment to recover. Oh, we high monkeys, could these be on the back directed to the motherboard? Something keeps saying unpowered. I know, it's frustrating. I'm really sorry about that. I'm aware that we have unpowered devices. It's because the power keeps going in and out. So it comes on for a second, but then it's overwhelmed and then it goes back out. When the sun comes back up in a second, and we are in 3 speed, so it should rise very quickly, that will stop doing that because we'll have solar power again from our solar grid. And there it is. So that'll probably happen again, unfortunately. Speaking of, let's take advantage of the daylight while we have it to make some electronics so that we can build the stuff we need to stop that from happening. Let's switch her over. She does a craft. Okay, Planet is not busy. Not enough resources. What are we missing? 10 silicone, 10 metal alloy. We have no alloy. We should. It's probably going all into the new builds. Like, yeah, all of this stuff. That's where it went. And probably these. Let me grab these that are being built, these 7 construction sites, and turn them off for a second so that all metal alloys can go up here. And then we still need not enough resources. We need more salvaging. Doing a lot more of these, what was I calling them? Scavenging parties than I thought I would be doing, but that's okay. This is why I really want to hire. So let's do that. Let's put in an ad for a new job. I really want to hire a person whose whole job is just to be scavenging all the time. I would love for it to be Ken. That would be amazing. Let's like manifest hiring Ken, okay? We're gonna post a job offer and we're gonna hope that Ken responds and then we get Ken here to do all the scavenging for us. That would be really great. All right. Goodness. Have we at least finished our torches for our... We have. So that ought to look pretty cool. We've got our torches lit for our shooting range. We've finally finished, well, mostly finished, our patio for our hotel dining. I will figure out what the hotkey is to make the railing go all the way around the edge of this, and then I'll add that, and then this will be done. We just need to get this freezer made, and then our kitchen situation will be in a way better place. We've got so many tables. It's so nice. I think we're gonna hold constructing this as well because I really need those electronics to go into things like this freezer. And do we have... Not yet, metal alloys. We've scrapped some metal, but we don't have the metal alloys quite yet. I would like for them to start smelting though, which would be nice. So let's try that. It looks like some of our batteries are damaged. This one is. So we're gonna have to repair this. But I'm gonna turn it off for now, because I don't want that being a problem. In any other way that it might be a problem. I don't know. I haven't ever seen one of these catch a building on fire, for example. But maybe it short circuits the others and the damage is kind of contagious or something. So let's play it safe and just turn that one off for now until we have time to repair it. And I apologize already. I know that's going to get obnoxious hearing that the devices are all unpowered every time that shuts off. What I can do... let's go to options and audio. Volume for sound effects. I can turn this down. Maybe that's what we're hearing when it beeps like that. Let's find out. Okay, well now it's not saying anymore, so that might have done it. I don't know. I haven't saved in a while though. Maybe I should do that. Let's save. We're gonna save this over Lost Phoenix because that's what it is. That's the seed that we're playing. And I'm gonna check the time really quickly. It is 10:58. It is just about time for me to log off. I think personally we made a lot of progress. We got this pathway set up with these lights that are totally draining our power right now, and I will fix that so that the next time I come on stream, we're not having this issue. Everything will be brightly lit, everything will be beautiful. We are going to have an excellent resort going on here. And we've got ourselves the start. We didn't even see this, guys. They already built ourselves our workout benches. So we've got the start of our hotel gym going up here on the 3rd floor. We just gotta wall that in and then put floor to ceiling windows all the way across for that gorgeous view. Speaking of view, you can see right through here that we have ourselves our shooting range. That's brand new this round. We have ourselves our balloon experience, our hot air balloon experience. We have our power grid expansion happening. So our, like literally he's repairing that right now. So we're making progress. And with this concrete built here, and we're no longer in the middle of a trade deal, we can move this over. There we go. And so now we're going to be able to build our reception area here, like our receiving area, and then we're going to have the landing pad, maybe put like a little row of, what are they, like the, you know, the lanterns, put the lanterns here to make this all nice and lit up and beautiful. I think there's a lot we could still do with this, but I think we've made a lot of progress as well. I think that looks pretty darn cool personally. That is my personal opinion. I hope you guys do as well. Shadow Mafia, see you in a future stream all, and keep an eye open. Have a great one. Thank you, and I'll see you there too. I look forward to having you guys back. So we will continue this. Bye Neil Fletcher, bye Tiger Tabby, bye Hawk of Doom, bye We Hair Monkeys, bye Shadow Mafia. It was great having you guys all here. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time. All right? Bye.